Hello everyone, this is your Common Share. Today, my video will tell you how to breed debuffers because in the Taurus Cup, the debuffers are so strong and we have so few resources to breed our aces. So it's a good strategy to run less than 3 aces with and fill the slots with debuffers. And yes, I will go for 1 ace, go ship, and 2 debuffers. So, first of all, let's know about the debuff skills. We have 5 debuff skill icons. These are stamina debuff skills. It's the same shape as the stamina recovery skill, so it's easy to identify. And these are speed debuff skills. These 2 are good ones, and these 3 are bad debuff skills. Why bad? First, this is about its sight, right? It's a view, field of view. Field of view debuff. And basically, in this game, the field of view is almost meaningless because the system has some problem, has some defect. The field of view is almost meaningless about the buffs or debuffs. There are some exceptions and it will be mentioned just after, right after, but basically the field of view, debuff and buff are meaningless. Yeah, not only debuff, the buffs are also meaningless. In most cases, yeah. There are exceptions. You will see the exception right after. And these are frenzied. Frenzied is to force the opponents to. It's hard to explain, but the effect is weak, and sometimes it will decrease the damage. It will decrease the damage when the condition when this skill activate. Well, it's too complicated, so I will not go very deep into it. But just remember that the frenzied skills do not worse the skill point. Totally do not worse. Yeah, and these are acceleration debuff. The acceleration debuffs are weak because the activation timing usually do not match the acceleration period. It's very hard. You need to be very lucky to make this debuff effective. So these 3 are all bad. Also, not all skills in these 2 categories are good, but I will say what is good and what is bad in next page. Also, all debuff skills will not affect their teammates. The definition of effects is your teammate will not lose their stamina or becomes lower by the debuff skills activated by teammates. Yeah, that is the definition. So don't worry about that, just use the debuffers. It's fine. Also, the point, Dominator, and All Seeing Eyes, these 2 are very strong debuff skills, but they only activate at a random position in the first half of late race. That's the timing they will activate. And when they go to activate, they check the order, the place of the holder, and it requires 6th place in CM or lower at that time. That means if, for example, you're Nice Nature or you're Grace Wonder, you breed a strong Grace Wonder that in most times she will be in the front of in the race, like fourth place or third place when reaching the late race, then her dominator will not activate because it's too front. Because your grass is too front. So a winnable debuffer is basically undesirable. Because if you want to win, you need to be in the front of the I don't know the word, but in front of other more the queue, the line, yeah. A winnable trainee will be more in front in the line, so the less chance she can activate the dominator or OCE lines. So as a debuffer, she will not do her most important work at most time, and as an ace, you waste about 300 skill points to obtain dominator. So it's bad to make a winnable debuffer. If you want to win, don't obtain the dominator. If you want to debuff, don't make the debuffer winnable. Okay, so first we go stamina debuffer. Basically, it's only nice nature and only runs late surger. That's because the OCE lines is limited to late surger, so we only run late surger. And Mystifying Murmur and OCE lines are only held by nice nature. So of course, you need nice nature potential level 5. These two are very strong stamina debuff skills, and they are must. Of course, you need to activate them and hit your opponent. Why do I say that? You can see the must list. A late surger savvy is here. Why? Why late surger savvy? That's because OCE eyes is ranged. It has a range of training site. The site is the view of field. Yeah, in the game, the noun in the game. When nature activate OCE eyes, it will decrease the stamina of all opponent's trainings in her site. And the site length can be increased by late surger savvy. Yeah, the double circle improves more than single circle. So this is the only exception of the view of field buff is meaningful. Yeah, the view of field itself is meaningless in the race, but because OCE eyes is ranked by the site length, so the savvy is meaning. It has its meaning. And by the way, we have some view of field buff skills, but they are all bad because the savvy effect is the whole race. The whole race you have the buff, the side buff from late surger savvy, but all other side buff skills are limited to a time. So you don't have a way to control. You can activate OCE eyes when in the same time other side buff skills are activated. That's the problem. So for nice nature, we need OCE eyes, Mystifying Murmur, late surger savvy, double circle, and tester and tether. Yeah, the tether is just the best hesitant O. So you need to work hard for the savvy and tether. And by the way, the Mystifying Murmur has the same effect to decrease stamina of opponents as OCE eyes, but the condition differ. The condition of Murmur is nature need to be blocked in the mid race, and the range is all trainings in front of nature. Yeah, the range is unlimited, is infinity. The range of murmur and mystifying murmur is infinity. All trainings before or in front of, often in front. Yeah. So the problem is, you need nature to be blocked. That depends how to do that. It depends on your luck. It's quite like 99% RNG. So just pray. Just train your prayer skill. Not player skill, okay? Prayer skill. Yes. You can go to your church or shrine or, yeah. And also, the Charas, because the Charas, I have said that the pace, chaser, and anti-closers are the best styles. So you need to hesitant them. The math is because hesitant pace and hesitant end is easy, relatively easy to obtain. And for good, subdued and flustered pace chaser and anti-closer, we want this, but they are not that easy to obtain, so it's good to have. And it's okay to debuff the front runners and late surgers. I bet there will be many front runners and late surgers because not everybody is, watching the guide videos or finding the correct informations. I see there are so many wrong information and strategies on the internet, and also I watched Kyla, and Kyla is the Hololive Indonesia VTuber, and I find that she don't know where to find the correct information, the knowledge. Yeah, I suggest her to watch my videos, but she don't know, or she will not. She's not willing to, whatever. So you will see many non-meta Uma in the game. So have some subdued, flustered, or hesitant skills for front runners or late surgery is fine. It's okay, but it's not necessary. It's not our main target. It's not our main goal. But if you have the hint randomly, you can get it. You can obtain them. And other skill and other debuff skills are bad. That's because whether the condition is too strict, it will not activate, or the range is too small. Yeah. This is a sample deck to breed a stamina debuffer. And the point is to clear the hints. It is important. What is to clear the hint? That is, if a skill is already taken or already level 5, the hint level is already 5, it will no longer be obtained from a support card hint. Yeah, the exclamation mark. The main scenario is about Marvelous Sunday or I forgot her name. Sorry, I forgot her name. For Air Groove or Air Groove. We want two skill hints from each of them, but they have other skill hints we don't want. In such case, because the hint level from them is high, for example, if you get tail held high from our Sunday, you can obtain the skill, even if we don't need the skill, even we don't need tail held high for debuffers, but once you obtain tail tail held high, the hint will not come again. So you have better chance to get the hesitant skills from Marvelous Sunday. And if you obtain all three other skills other than hesitant, you will get the hint of one of the hesitant skill unless it's the states. Yeah. The clearing hint strategy will not help you from getting states from an exclamation event, from the hint event, but we have better chance. By the way, the process is the system will choose whether the hint event give you states or skill hint. Then it will pick from the obtainable hints in equal probability. That's the process. Yeah, I have examined that. So, because you need to obtain the skill you don't need to clear the hints, so you need to raise more for skill points, or you won't have enough skill points to clear the hints, then obtain all the hints you have and you need. Also, if you have enough speed sparks you can change the speed card to AOE, the Kiryu in AOE, the SR friend card, because she has hesitant and closer. If you play with her 5 times, reaction with her 5 times, and then clear all the career all the career goals. You can obtain hesitant and closers from air group, but it's hint, so it's not stable. So it's a way if you want to have more stability. By the way, we have all the subtils and tether here from Rudolph, and then we have hesitant and closers and flustered and closers from air group, and we have hesitant pace chasers and hesitant front runners from Sunday, and we have tether and random late surgery savvy from Taekyon. By the way, the random event, the late surgery savvy from Taekyon is the random event, and it happens about 20% each career. It's very low, so the double here is only for the savvy. Yeah. Of course, there are many other deck. It depends the how much stability you want and what skills you want, and this is just a sample. Okay, the next is the speed debuffer. The speed debuffer can be anyone has dominator, so it's against Taekyon, Grace Wonder, and simply Rudolph. They usually run late surger, but there's an advanced version to run end closer. I will explain later. The Taurus mask is Dominator, Hesitant Pace Chaser, and Edge Closer. The Speed Debuffer is much easier than Stamina Debuffer in theory. Yeah, because if you can get all the Hesitant and Dominator, they can do the very baseline work. And it's good to have the stamina debuffs. Yeah, a speed debuffer of course can have many stamina debuffs. They are accumulated, so more you get, and then more advantage you obtain. So the substitute flustered Of course, the pace and end have higher probability and has turned about front runner and left surgers, and the murmur and sharp gaze. Yeah, the murmur and sharp gaze are of course good to have, but you don't expect they as strong as the professional nice nature. The gold buffers, the gold debuff skills are three times stronger to the normal ones. So yeah. Okay, so why do we run and closer? Because the intense gaze. The intense gaze is a good debuff skill. It is almost hastened all except it has the sight length range. It is not all horses in front of your debuffer. It has sight range. So if you want to run and closer, you'd better to have end closer savvy for it. Yeah, and also it's the same to the nice nature all-seeing eyes, but the all-seeing eyes and intense gaze, you need to control your debuffer to 6th place or later, but not losing too much, so you can't gaze the opponent's training because you are losing too much, you are too behind, they are out of your range, your sight range. So it's hard to control that. Yeah, it's hard to control that. But if you want to do something, you can make the stamina higher. Yeah, the speed is not very important because in fact, if you can hold the stamina and make your debuffer to accelerate during the first half of the late race, it's enough. It's quite enough. Yeah. Then you just pray that the gaze and to make the gaze and also in eyes to activate earlier. So the last is the speed debuffer example. It's not much difference in the career. You just clear the hints and race more for skill points. And we just don't need savvy if not trying to run at closer and intense gaze. So we have step ability here, and we have a better read card here for murmur and sharp gaze. Yeah. And that's all. That's all for the debuffers. It's really strong. And the debuffers are really strong, and it's still strong now in the Japanese server. Yeah, in all servers they are strong. It is a must to learn debuffers unless I know there are regions that do not like debuffers. They think it's how to say it, it's bad. No, it's despicable, it's vile, or it's mean. We are here to compete. We are not to pull others' legs or something like that. Yeah, I know. If you are one of them, fine. Just breed your strong best three aces. Yeah, and others of the whales, they don't want the debuffers because debuffers are so easy, and debuffers does not require whaling. Yeah, the whales do not have better debuffers than yours if you have the same knowledge and the same time to breed to have best debuffers. So whales prefer to have 3 aces. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Yeah, but if you're not, yeah, learn this lesson and use the debuffers in incorrect races. Okay, that's all today. If you like my video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, or join our membership to support me. And today's lesson is over. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.